Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn the lesson number 3, volcanoes and earthquake. So, student, in this chapter you will study about external forces. Okay? So, in this chapter you will study about the external forces, you will study the internal forces. So, today we are going to discuss about the external and internal forces. So, student, already in the previous chapter I have been explained to you the tectonic plates. Tectonic plates, which is responsible for different kinds of activities inside the earth, and as it is resulting on the surface on the earth also. So in this way we can understand there are the different kinds of tectonic plates, and due to them there are different kinds of the forces on the earth. External forces means which are working on the surface on the earth, and internal means which are working below the surface of the earth. Both are responsible for different kinds of the features and different kinds of the activity which are holding on the surface on the earth. So in this way, student, we can understand some of the thing about the earth. Just we can understand our earth is still, never still and quiet. This sentence is explaining what the sentence is explaining you. It means our earth is never still and quiet. Okay, there is constant change seen on its surface. Just in the previous chapter also we have understood about it. It means when Pangea, the theory, it means the tectonic theory I have explained to you in the previous chapter. According to that one, 200 million years ago, our earth, it means now present time, how are all the continents, 7 continents, 5 oceans are there. It was not like that. So this in the further topic also today we will talk about it. Okay, so in this way, student, we can understand all the earthquakes and the volcanic eruptions are caused by the internal forces, and that is bringing so many changes on the earth, on the surface of the earth. Okay, so in this way they add materials to the land masses either by folding or rock strata. It means strata means mountain building, or by sinking the land to displace horizontally or vertically. Okay, student, we can understand here what are the internal forces, the external forces they are resulting. It means sometimes they are building the mountains, or sometimes they are sinking the land horizontally and vertically. Okay, vertically like this way, horizontally like this way. So we have to be understand about it. Okay, so now the second paragraph, what it is explaining to you: external forces act on the earth's surface to show definite though very slow change. Okay, so in this way they chisel, scrape and shape the various highlands and lowlands to bring about changes over a period of thousands or millions of years. So this thing, it means external changes. External changes, that is bringing the changes on the surface of the earth. Internal forces are taking the different kinds of activity inside the earth, and external forces are taking and bringing different kinds of changes on the surface on the earth. Okay, so in this way we can understand. This paragraph also is explaining you about the same thing. What it is explaining to you: both the internal and external forces work together to bring about a graded surface of the earth. Okay, gradation means, what is the meaning of gradation? Gradation means leveling the land surface. It means when the land is the flat area, okay, like this way flat is there, and there is some kinds of the plain area, that is known as a gradation. Afterwards, what is it is consisting different kinds of the process. Sometimes the process, what is the gradation of filling up or raising the lowlands. It means internal and external forces both are responsible. Just I have explained in the first paragraph. Sometimes the forces, they are just building the mountains. It means they are raising the lands. Okay, student, like this way they are raising the lands. And some, see, external and internal forces, especially external forces, are responsible to building the lowland as a high mountains and the hilly areas. Okay, so this is known as the gradation of filling up the raising or lowland. And degradation means leveling down or wearing down the highlands. Degradation means when the highlands are lie this way by the different process. In the 8th standard you will study the high mountains, hilly areas, they are degraded by the different process in the nature, and they are just becoming the lowland. It means they will be, now they will not mountainous area, not hilly areas, and afterwards they will form the plain area, some kinds the plateaus area. Okay, some kinds plain area. It means from the hillies they will convert into the plateaus area and into the, it means external and internal forces both are responsible for different kinds of activities. So student, in this way we can understand, you can take the example of the Himalaya ranges. Okay, Himalaya ranges is a new fold mountain, it is an example of, okay, it is not an old one. If you talk about the Aravalli ranges in our country, that is spread to from Gujarat some area, and especially in the Rajasthan area till some part of the Delhi also. So Aravalli ranges are the oldest um, range in our country, or it in the world also. Okay, so it is an example of the old and the new one. So how these changes came? These changes came because of the external and internal forces. Now this paragraph, what this paragraph is explaining to you, this paragraph is explaining you the process of weathering. Okay, the process of weathering. Weathering means when the mountains and hilly areas are breaking down into the simple particles of the soil. So this is known as the weathering. So weathering is happened due to the rain, due to the temperature and different kinds of the activities. Just we are talking about external forces. Okay, so what it is, the causes of disintegration and decomposition of rocks. I think in the previous chapter, rocks chapter, I have explained to you there. I have taught to you that because of the process of weathering, the rocks are changing into the soil. Okay, this theory, it means this process we have learnt in the previous chapter also. That's why it is something different from the erosion, because erosion is spoiling the surface, the upper layer, the fertile layer of the soil. Okay, but the weathering is फॉर्मिंग द वन काइंड ऑफ सॉइल. इट मीन्स ये क्या करता है, जो बड़े बड़े पहाड़ है उसको तोड़ता है एंड चेंजिंग एंड कन्वर्टिंग इनटू द फाइन पार्टिकल्स ऑफ द सॉइल. Then soil is formed and different kind, especially sedimentary rock is formed. Okay, so that's why we have to understand student what is the theory of internal and external forces. You have to understand internal and external forces are responsible for the different kinds of the activities on the surface of the earth and inside the earth. Now what it is given here in the second paragraph, it is explaining to you the internal forces drives all the vertical and horizontal movements of earth's crust and responsible for some severe disasters such as the earthquake and volcanic eruption. So student, internal forces I have taught to you just now. Internal forces are especially working inside the earth and which is responsible for different kind of disasters, especially earthquake and the volcanic eruptions. This also something I have explained to the previous chapter. Okay, so in this way we can understand here second class is the external or exogenous forces. Okay, now what it is explaining in this paragraph, this paragraph is explaining about the internal forces, and from inside the earth we know the earth is very hot from inside. There are different kinds of the materials which are responsible to make the different kinds of activities, and there also you can see the different kinds of the plate boundaries. In the previous chapter we have talked about the major plate boundaries. When the plates are colliding on each other, so then only especially earthquake and volcano eruptions are taking place. Okay, so first point, what is explaining the internal forces that shape the earth's surface being immediately beneath the crust. Okay, so internal forces, just in the previous tectonic plates, if you understood the theory of tectonic plates are responsible, it is like it is a one kind of internal force only. So it is presenting on the crust, and crust is floating on the upper layer of the mantle. Okay, in this way we can understand the magma beneath the crust circulate like a conveyor belt. Okay, then third one, the heated magma moves up up toward the crust, cools and circulate downwards. So in this way we can understand there are different kinds of tectonic plates, enormous moving plates that form the Earth's crust. So when these plates are moving, when these plates are colliding on each other, okay, plate boundary especially, so they are just bring different kinds of the activities so on inside the earth, so we can find the result on the surface of the earth afterwards. So this is the internal forces. Here also we can understand here, student, how it is explaining you the internal forces. And Pangea, last time in the last topic we have talked about it, okay, different kinds of the Arabian, okay, Indian plate also it is showing here. So before that our India, we can understand it was like this way. So what the result, what the point, the conclusion, what you got from it? We got the idea that million of years ago that our earth was totally different. Okay, so how it is given here, million of years ago the thing rampaged with north and crashed into the Asia. It created the Himalayas, mountains, including Mount Everest. Even today, the mountains are still growing by a few millimeters per year. Okay, so this is only because of the external and as well as the internal forces also. So just now, student, I have given the example of the Himalaya ranges, Aravalli ranges, okay, and even other mountain ranges in the world, sand and dunes, other ones like this way, okay. So they are still in the changes, and all times that there are the changes on the surface as well as the from the inside also. So this next paragraph, this is explaining about the Pangea. Okay, 200 million years ago all the continents were united into the single supercontinent called the Pangea. Pangea broke up because of the internal forces of the mantle, and the tectonic plates gradually moved apart. The theory is known as the continental drift. So in this way, when the tectonic plates slide against each other or move apart, thus the plates boundaries are unstable. So plate boundaries we have talked in the previous chapter also about this. So this is a theory of the Pangea and how we can understand about it. And this all the example, student, I am giving you only the 2 points, that is the internal and external forces. So internal forces, how it has been resulted, and it is the one of the biggest example of Pangea. How it means all the continents and the oceans were before that 200 million years ago. Okay, student, so we can understand here. Now if we talk about the external forces, so external forces are working on the surface of the earth. Wind, heat, cold, glaciers, rivers, floods after the surface of the earth. These all are responsible for all kinds of the changes on the surface of the earth. Afterwards also, weathering is a physical and chemical process that changes the characteristics of rocks on near the earth's surface, can change landscapes over time and create soil for plant life. So this only we also have talked what is the process of the weathering. Weathering is a process by the big mountain and the big rocks are changing into the fine particles of the soil, and slowly it can change into different kinds of, especially the sedimentary rocks. Okay, so this also is explaining to you external forces. External forces are when external forces working, they are forming a different kinds of landform. They are created by the internal forces. It means from inside all kinds of activity will happen because of tectonic plates, because of their colliding and the movement on the each other, especially the plate boundaries. But this will also result on the surface of the earth. Then second point, the new landform can also be created by these external forces. There are 2 types of external forces, weathering and erosion, that can after the size and shape of the landform. We will talk about this one. Okay, so this is the different kinds of the process which are responsible for, we can understand here. This chapter also we will study some other points. I will explain to you the different kinds of the structure which is formed by the external forces. These all the shapes you will understand after also I will explain to you. Now student, this chapter so this thing is explaining you endogenic and exogenic. Endogenic means internal force, okay, and exogenic means external forces. So this also we have talked about it. Internal forces, that is exist deep inside the earth, and that is surface on the earth. Exogenic means external. So now internal forces, they are also known as the constructive forces, and they are known as the destructive forces, as they time result in the destruction of the existing landform through weathering and erosion activities. Okay, like internal forces are resulting in the earthquake and the volcanic eruptions, and it is example the wind, river, glaciers, etc. So this is a differentiate between the endogenic or exogenic forces. This also again is explained to you about what is the external forces. You can just read and understand. Already we have talked about the external and internal forces. Okay, so this is the process. Internal forces are forces caused by the external agent outside the system. Internal forces are the forces exchanged by the object in the system. Internal forces are forces between the object found inside the system. So these all the things we already have talked here. Now student, today you also have to fill your this exercise. What it is asking to you first is how you have to choose the appropriate option from here. Okay, so all the fill in the blanks, and this is true and false. For today only you can understand, like true false you will come to know when I will explain the complete chapter, but today you can fill this book where you will get in the home learning. Okay students, so in this way we can understand today. Especially you have to be understand, if one time you are not able to understand, you just listen this video again, then you will come to know what ma'am is going to explain us in this chapter, what you are going to learn in the volcanoes and the earthquake, especially external and the internal forces, how these both the forces are responsible for all kinds of activities. This all the things with the diagram and with all the examples. Today we have talked how the theory of the tectonic plates, the Pangea was here, how the external forces are working on the surface of the earth, how it is responsible for the different kinds of the activity, what is the differentiate between both the forces. If you will understand this portion, this theory, so you will be able to understand the process of volcano and the earthquake and different kinds of the activities inside and as well as on the surface of the earth. So for today this much only student. Thank you and have a nice day.